Keyframes aren't the hard part of After Effects. Understanding them wrong is. Once you understand how keyframes actually work, animation suddenly clicks. In this video, I'll show you what keyframes do, how to control them, and how timing and spacing change everything. To understand keyframes, we need something to animate. I recommend following along instead of just watching. You'll learn this much faster by doing it yourself. I'll create a simple shape using the rectangle tool, and I'll hold shift to make a perfect square. Now notice this small crosshair. This is the anchor point. It's the point the layer rotates and moves around. Right now it's not centered, which can make animation feel strange. I'll select the pan behind tool, shortcut Y, and move the anchor point to the center of the shape. I'll hold command to snap it into place. This doesn't change how the shape looks. It only changes how it behaves when we animate. Down in the timeline, I'll open transform. Anything with a stopwatch icon can be animated. To set a keyframe, click the stopwatch next to a property. Wherever your playhead is, After Effects creates a keyframe, shown as a diamond. I'll move the playhead forward, then move the shape. After Effects automatically creates a second keyframe. Two keyframes with different values. That's animation. But here's where most beginners get stuck. Even when they understand this, their animation still feels wrong. And that's not a keyframe problem. It's a timing and spacing problem. Before we move on, quick check. This takes a few seconds, but it'll save you hours later. Why isn't this animation moving? A. Because After Effects needs at least two keyframes with different values. B. Because the keyframe needs to be easy ease. Correct answer, A. One keyframe doesn't create animation, it's just a saved value. After Effects needs at least two keyframes with different values to know what should change over time. If nothing is moving, this is the first thing you should check, but fixing this mistake alone won't make your animation feel good, because most stiff animations actually have the correct number of keyframes. Once the stopwatch is on, you can create keyframes by moving the layer in the composition window, dragging the X or Y position values, or typing in exact numbers. Any change you make creates a keyframe at the playhead. To preview the animation, press spacebar. This line you see is the motion path. If you don't see it, make sure your keyframes have different values. Show layer controls is enabled. To edit a keyframe, move the playhead directly on top of it, then change the value or move the layer. To delete a keyframe, select it and press delete. You can also copy and paste keyframes. For example, I'll copy this keyframe and paste it later in time. Now the animation loops smoothly. If you click the stopwatch again, it removes all keyframes for that property. Now let's talk about timing. Timing is the distance between keyframes on the timeline. Keyframes close together move faster. Keyframes farther apart move slower. I'll drag these keyframes closer and farther apart so you can see the speed change. Nothing about the position changed, only when it changes. That's timing. Spacing is what happens between keyframes. Look at the motion path. These small dots show where the object is on each frame. Dots close together mean slow movement, dots farther apart mean fast movement. You can literally see speed by looking at spacing. Linear vs easy. Ease by default, keyframes are linear. That means constant speed. I'll select these keyframes, right-click, choose Keyframe Assistant to easy ease, or press F9. Now notice the dots. Closer at the start, farther apart in the middle, closer again at the end. The motion starts slow, speeds up, and slows down again. This already feels much more natural. Easy ease is the fastest way to improve animation instantly, but easy ease is still After Effects making decisions for you, and at some point that stops being enough. The graph editor is where you take control, but for now we'll keep it simple. If an animation feels stiff, just smooth the keyframes with easy ease. Shortcut F9. We'll dive into the graph editor in the next video.